Hi YouTube and welcome back to my channel. For those who are new here, my name is Dara. I am a wife. I am a mother of four. I have two oldest sons. One is 26 and one is 18. And I have two little ones, 7 and 1. So I am very busy in the home, and plus I also work. I work as a case manager at the moment. I work from home 3 days out the week and work in the office 2 of the other days. And I mostly share videos about things that I'm doing with my family, whether it's us on vacation. I do things around the house and I vlog that, and I work out in the gym, and I sometimes post videos of that. Today, I just wanted to focus on a reset, a weekend reset. So this video is starting from Friday and then it'll end on Sunday. Because we just got back from Ocean City, Maryland, and I know that you all know how it is when you come back from a trip or vacation and your house is a mess from when you was packing before you left and throwing stuff all over the place. I really feel overwhelmed right now because the way that my house looks. When my house is a mess, I feel a mess mentally. And I'm sure a lot of you mothers, even if you're not a mother, if you can relate to that. So I'm going to be focused on my bedroom, because that's where I spend a lot of my time. My bedroom, the living room, and the kitchen area. I just want to make the kitchen a little bit more functional in the mornings when I'm getting my daughter ready for camp, and making dinner and stuff like that. Because things is just not where is easy accessible. So I just need to rearrange the living room, the kitchen a little bit to make it a little bit more functional. Um, and then I also wanted to do some self-care in this video, because it seemed like every time I come back from the beach, I don't know if it's the sand or the water down there, but my face always breaks out when I come back. And I need to stop saying that because I don't want to keep manifesting it. But it's true at the moment. So I do want to do like a facial. I'll probably do that on Sunday. So for now, I'm going to go focus on cleaning my bedroom. Tomorrow, I'm going to focus on the kitchen area. And then Sunday, I'm going to do a facial. So thanks for watching and stay tuned. And I hope this will motivate someone else, to come along and declutter and organize and get some stuff back in order in your home so that you can feel more peaceful and, in your environment and where you stay at. And thanks for watching. So for now, I'm going to go focus on cleaning my bedroom. Tomorrow, I'm going to focus on the kitchen area. And then so here I'm just getting all of the clean clothes that we threw on the floor when we was packing for a trip to Ocean City. You know how it is when you're just going through clothes, you're bringing in summer clothes, getting rid of winter clothes. So this is the catastrophe that you see on this floor here. So I'm gathering all the clean clothes off the floor so that I can fold them up and put them away. And here I am organizing some clothes and put them away as well. So it is a couple days later. As you can see, I took my braids out because I had them in for over a month. So I took my braids out, I deconditioned my hair, and now today, excuse me, something was wrong with the TV, and of course the TV turns on when I'm recording. One moment.
Such unfettered Nazi content. CNN has reached out to ex-AI.
So today I'm going to focus on organizing the kitchen to make it more functional, so I'm not going from the dining room drawer to get bowls out to make breakfast for my girls, and I'm going to switch, I think, the seasoning cabinet around because I want things where it makes sense to be, so it's easy for me to grab things when I'm in there cooking dinner or making breakfast. So stay tuned for that. That's what's next on this video, and then after that, I will be doing probably vacuuming the living room area and dining area, and then I'll be doing some self-care with some skincare and things like that. All right. Okay, so what I would like to do is organize this and maybe put my canned goods here and clean all this up and get this organized. And these are the canned goods down here, so I may put the Tupperware down here and put the canned goods in the pantry because that's where they are, and all the stuff back in the pantry. That's originally where it was. So this is the area that I need to clean up, and this area here. And as you can see, up here is a mess, and here is a mess. So these are the things that I'm speaking of when I say it's dysfunctional and needs to be clean. And of course, the regular dishes need to be clean. So let me get to work. and clean with a new start to everything. If you're going to do it right. I had to talk myself out of, doing a half job and motivated myself. Gave myself some self motivation, like a little pep talk to just go all in, do it all right, get it all done. Here I'm getting rid of all the expired seasonings. I went through all the seasonings, um, got rid of what was expired, and combined doubles of things to make room in the cabinets. These are all trash. We used to store them. Well, we store all our medicine on that side of the cabinet in the kitchen. Um, there's baking stuff, seasonings, coffee, and that's all our medicine. So I just went through all of them, kids stuff, our stuff, took out everything that's expired. This is what we was left with that was expired. So all of this is going in the trash. All right, so these are some of the canned goods that I got rid of that was on that kitchen shelf that's expired. And I'm going to also purchase some new canned goods that's not expired, obviously. So this is what we're looking at that I got rid of that was expired out of the kitchen. These are aprons and kitchen hand towels that was in that pantry that you see me emptying out earlier. All clean linens, all clean aprons. I'm just folding them up, and I'm not going to keep them in the pantry anymore because it wasn't any room for them. So I'm going to put them in the bottom of this drawer that's in the dining room. I have a huge dresser in the dining room for storage. I'm just going to place them there. It makes more sense, and they're easy to find, and I can keep them nice and neat and folded when I need them. now I'm just moving things off the table so I can wipe everything off and disinfect it. Especially the table, that's where my kids eat their snacks, put their dirty little hands on all the time. So this is constantly always having to get cleaned off. As you can see, as soon as I clean it, she puts her little hands on. She's actually trying to mimic what I'm doing. Kids is always watching us and what we do. So yeah, I'm just wiping everything down. This is definitely one of my high traffic areas. This used to be our dining room, but I made a dining room slash play area because we live in a 2 bedroom apartment, and yes, we are still looking for a house. But my kids needed a playroom. They're busting out of their room with toys, so I go back and forth with changing this to a toy room and a dining room. But lately, it's just been staying in the toy room. So my daughters are always playing in here, especially my toddler. It's usually always toys all over the place in this room. And she sometimes empty the bottom drawer over there where we keep a lot of their cups and plates and things like that so that my 7-year-old can get to it when she wants to make her a drink or a snack. So this is definitely one of the high traffic areas here. Woo, child, I can't wait to get a house and they can have an actual playroom that's not in my dining room. Yes, Lord. Now, my toddler came in here running because she is terrified of this vacuum. Usually, I have my 7-year-old hold her while I'm vacuuming, but I was just trying to get it done. Um, she screams. Sometimes she's okay, but most of the time she screams every time I turn this vacuum on. Um, so, for the sake of you all, I muted the sound so that you can't hear one, the vacuum, and two, her screaming in the background. Okay, so now we're getting to the nitty gritty of the video. We're almost done. I cleaned my bedroom, the living room, the dining room slash kids play area. Now in the kitchen. I don't know if I just said the kitchen or not. But now I'm about to clean a refrigerator. I'm going to show you what it looks like. Do not judge me. If you do, I still wouldn't care. But the refrigerator is a mess because after all the beach trips and stuff like that, we had the 4th of July hosted over here. So I still have some leftovers. Yes, I know. I still have some leftovers in the refrigerator from the cookout. Keep in mind, I hosted it here. So you have food that I cooked, that family members brought over. They brought over trays and trays of food. And so we had a lot of food left over, and it's something I didn't even get a chance to throw away yet. So that's what I'm going to be cleaning up. I'm going to be getting rid of everything that's expired, old, need to be thrown out, and then I'm going to go food shopping and clean a refrigerator. Today I'm going to be emptying the refrigerator. Tomorrow is when I'll be actually probably cleaning it and restocking it. So I'm about to show you, and please don't judge me. Thank you. I still love you if you do, though. This is what we're looking at. Yes, I know it's a lot of times when we're rushing, we just grab stuff, throw stuff back in there where it don't belong. Mind you, I usually throw stuff in there where it goes. It's my husband and my children that may throw things any kind of way. So that down there is the leftover stuff from the cookout. We had taco night, so that's there. As you see, the strawberries was just thrown there. So I'm going to be looking over stuff and tossing stuff in the trash. This stuff over here, I'm going to look and see what's expired. This cheese that's just randomly sitting here just needs to be rewrapped. It's not expired. I just bought that. And we had 2 passings this week. So after the funeral, I had some people come over here and I made a charcuterie board. So that's what that cheese is from. So I'm going to be going through this stuff to see what needs to be thrown away. I'm going to be cleaning out the drawers and stuff like that, just emptying everything. Brace yourself for the freezer. There's nothing really in there, but it's not stacked nicely, and there's some old stuff that needs to be thrown out. That bowl has ice in there because I have my ice maker, so I fill it up with ice all the time. So this is what you're seeing. So I'm going to be throwing some stuff out, but again, I'm not going to clean it until tomorrow because I cleaned so much today. I don't feel like cleaning anything else, and I've been dealing with a toddler. So, all right, stay tuned for the refrigerator cleanup, and after that, I'm all done. also looking for things that I know I'm going to need for dinner this week and for lunch this week. And I'm compiling a list to get to my husband so that he knows where he's getting from the market. I'm not ordering from Instacart this time. My husband went to the market.
Okay.
The groceries are now back. And it didn't happen as quickly. He doesn't want to go at the time as I was cleaning the kitchen. So what I'm doing now is setting everything out in the dining room so that I can organize it so it can go neatly back in the refrigerator. I got the fruit all together, the frozen vegetables together, all the breakfast food together, and all the dairy products together so that because I cleaned out the refrigerator and the cabinets, I want to place everything nice and neatly and have it nice and organized in the refrigerator and in the cabinets. So that's what you see me doing here. So now everything is neatly put away in the freezer. Everything is packed up nicely. The refrigerator is clean. I am so happy. Oh, look how clean it is. Everything's wiped down, fresh. Everything's put where it's supposed to be, nice and organized, making it easily accessible when I need it. I'm so proud of myself and I'm so happy I got that done. Everybody knows how it feels to have a clean space. Look at that. I'm proud of myself. Got it done. Took me a while, but I got it done. Good job, Mom. I hope this motivates someone else to get it done. Look at that living room. Nice and clean, nice and vacuumed. God said be a good steward over what he has given you and he will bless you with more. Be a good homemaker, take care of your home. I've been praying for it to get a house. We are in the search of a new house, and the one thing that you can do when you're praying for something is take care of what you have. And while you're waiting for what you want, everything is nice and organized in the pantry. A lot of my cups are still in the dishwasher. That's why I look so empty over there. But everything is nice and organized. I wiped all the counters, cleaned everything out, threw away everything was expired. All the vitamins and pills was discarded that was expired. Everything was wiped down. All the seasonings was discarded that was expired. Everything is nice and stacked up neatly there. I took all the cleaning products out of this cabinet and just put miscellaneous things up there, wiped that down. The counters are nice and wiped and clean. The stove is clean. The floors are mopped. The hand towels are washed. But I even swept behind the refrigerator. I didn't show that. I didn't want to scare anybody. What we found back there, I don't know if my 7-year-old was throwing candy wrappers back there and she's sneaking them, but that's what was behind the refrigerator along with other things that she threw back there. It was just a horrible mess. But everything is just nice and organized, nice and clean. I am happy. I am content. Cluttered space is a cluttered mind, and that's how I feel when my house is a mess. And I'm sure a lot of you can relate. This is the snack cabinet and pre-workout cabinet for my supplements, workout supplements. Those plastic sugar and flour containers that you just saw on top of the refrigerator, I just bought glass ones. I'm going to replace those. Shopping bags are nice and organized here at the bottom. I got plastic bags over there. Sometimes I use it to discard garbage when I'm cooking. That's miscellaneous stuff right there on that shelf. That's condiments and oatmeal and canned goods. Everything just nicely organized. I'm just so pleased. And hopefully I can stay on top of it so it don't get as bad as it was. But you know how things go when you're so busy and life is happening and moving. Look how clean the bedroom is. Nice and clean. Bed is made. Fresh linen. Clothes off the floor, hung up in the closet, put away in the drawers. I am happy. I have no complaints. As for these clothes here in this container that you see, I'm going to go back and fold those up and make that look neater. But for now, I just want to clean up the most important things, and I'll go back and fold those things over there. But everything is put where it's supposed to be, and everything is nice and neat and wiped down, so I am pleased.